Dr. Kotza, very good afternoon to you. Thank you so much for your time. What is the point of these council sittings that are convened if nothing that benefits the residents of Tshwane is actually achieved?
Well, I think what we are seeing at the moment is, and especially today again, is that this absolute political stalemate that the situation has reached. It is not in the first instance about service delivery at the moment. It's now infighting between the three main parties. What we've also seen is that on the one hand, the ANC and the EFF, they didn't attend this meeting, but they themselves cannot really find each other in order to form a majority in the council. And I think today it has become very clear, in the absence of the speaker that has been always regarded or presented as one of the problems in the current situation, that even in the absence of the speaker, they couldn't resolve the matter. So I think, therefore, the decision to place Tshwane under administration is possibly the most appropriate one.
And the ANC, of course, is certain that the placing of Tshwane under administration is indeed a done deal, even though there is to be some sort of conversation with the National Council of Provinces as well as the Cooperative Governance Minister until it's all decided. Is the ANC on track? Will Tshwane indeed be placed under administration, or do you think the DA could pull something, even if it is a trip to the courts, as it were, to try and reverse the process?
Well, I think the only possibility to prevent this from happening is if the DA is successful in court. The one aspect about this process, and the ANC or the provincial government has to be very specific about what they do, is that the Constitution and the third option, this Section 193 and option C, says there must be exceptional circumstances. So, and it is therefore not about service delivery, because the first two options is about service delivery issues. So these are exceptional circumstances that warrant the council to be dissolved and to have an election within 90 days. So I think that is the critical factor. How will the provincial government justify these exceptional circumstances? If I was in that position, I would have argued in terms of the political stalemate, the fact that there's no mayor at the moment, they cannot appoint a new mayor. It's simply that there's not majorities for that. There's not a mayoral committee at the moment. There's not a city manager, as well as they couldn't approve the adjustment budget. For me, that is sufficient to say these are exceptional circumstances.
Last question then, Dr. Kotza. Both the ANC and the DA insist that at this point they enjoy the support of residents in Tshwane. But when you look at how clumsy both sides have been in their handling of this political impasse, to what extent do you think this whole episode has harmed both parties going forward, especially if there is to be a vote by residents to resolve this issue?
I think all three parties, the ANC, the DA, as well as the EFF, has been contaminated by this situation. The residents in general is fed up with the political parties, the fact that we know that each one of the three could have cooperate with the other one. And form a majority, and that didn't happen now for weeks on end. So I think the voters, because there most possibly will be a vote, might stay away, that there will be a very low voter turnout, because the logic will be we are going to vote for the same people again, and what does that make sense?
All right, Dirk Kotza, political analyst, joining us via Skype from Pretoria. Thank you so much as always.